First and foremost, thank you all for being here, for making this time. We are eager to share some great news and some great information for our upcoming year. Even better than that, we have some great training from field leaders who are proven and who are doing amazing things every day, all day. And of course, it couldn't happen without our founders, Shane and Laura Brady, who join us as well. Shane, good morning. How are you? Welcome to you and to Laura.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you. And we appreciate everyone connecting on today as well. So excited about this new year. I love the image that you've got on screen, the new year launch with VIDAFY. That is exciting. It's good to be here with you. I mean, I was typing this morning and of course typing the date 2023. Oops. And then a quick edit there, 2024. Incredible. It is incredible to take a look and see that we are now rolling into this new year in 2024. And it just seems like just yesterday that we were celebrating 2023 as we rolled into the new year. And I tell you, the older that we get, the world sure spins faster. Let's just put it that way. But we are very excited about 2024 and everything that's going on right now. As you mentioned, in the Tyler Sharp empire around the world that is ever expanding, and that is so fun to see. We've got so much going on, and this call is really to kick off the year. And once you turn the page, we all celebrated 2023. We all had our time together with our family, friends, etc., to celebrate, to look back, and to just see all the incredible things that we had go on in 2023. And for VIDAFY, 2023 was an incredible year. We expanded across the globe. We went over to Europe and set up shop there. We started to have a lot of products shipping over to Australia and New Zealand, things that continue to happen today and has put us now on a path for an official opening just not too many months away here in 2024. And all of those things happened in 2023. And so now as you look forward to what's going to happen in 2024, it's so exciting. And as we took a look at our theme for this year, every year we roll out a theme. Last year, it was Be VIDAFY. And it was a wonderful time to live the VIDAFY principles, vision, theme, etc. And just an incredible year, Be VIDAFY year. This year, as we looked forward, I tell you, I think it was just across all of the corporate staff that we talked with and discussed the theme, etc., and with leaders, we really felt like this year is just a huge dream year. And when you think about dreams, you think about what if? What if? That is the biggest question that we ask when we start to dream and we start to think about what if? What if I did this? What if I talked to Susie about the golden drops? What if I shared the business opportunity with my friend Jaime? What if I took the opportunity and I dedicated just a few more hours a week to the VIDAFY opportunity? What if? And all of those questions and whatnot that come into our mind, they all inevitably lead to incredible results. As we make the decision today to do something, then it will change our future. And we'll talk a little bit more about that at the end, Dave, but I am so excited about the future. What if I take the opportunity to share just a little bit more about things that have changed my life? And I do that with others. What if? What if I travel to Prague and I'm at the CVV, the Club Vacation VIDAFY trip? What if I go on the next Life Converted trip cruise? What if I'm in Australia for the opening event? All of those things are based on decisions that we make today, but I guarantee you will change our lives. I'm very excited about this theme of what if as we roll into 2024.
Happy New Year to everyone. Happy New Year. So I'm so grateful to be able to be here with all of you guys. Thank you so much, Tyler, and thank you so much, Dave. and each of you. Because what if we convert ourselves in a diamond and if we wear something different to be able to share with others? And we give the opportunity, what if we give the opportunity for them to be able to ask about that? I know we've been able to have many conversations with all of you, especially the ladies, about many ideas to create something different. So how about if this 2024 is what if we use something completely different to be able to express with somebody and to be able to invite that people and to be able to travel together? I believe in this year we will be able to get more busy than usual and to be able to share what if we have the opportunity to be able to grow our family in VIDAFY, wherever you are.
That's right. That's right. And so we're excited, and I'll turn the time back over to you, Dave. What if I gave the microphone back to Dave? What if?
Well, that could be problematic. There are options for us to not have Dave speak, which is also a valid option. But Shane and Laura, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Everyone across the world, we thank you, and we share our immense gratitude for the risks that you've taken, for the ownership that you have for this amazing company, and for your vision. We're going to hear from Shane and Laura at the end of this call again. We want to share with you what we all feel day to day working with this great couple. And you've met them and you know their heart. And if you haven't yet, you will soon. And we feel comfortable that it will validate everything we feel for them. So a big thank you from around the world to Shane and Laura for right now. I want to bring in my partner in, I don't want to say crime. That's such a bad cliche because there is no crime here. This is partner in joy, partner in awesomeness. His name is Tyler Sharp. You know him. You've been dealing with him for a couple of years now, over 2 years, 2.5 years, Tyler. Is that right with VIDAFY?
Actually, about a year and a half.
Year and a half.
But
It feels like
years.
2.5, right? It's Tyler is
You probably
awake
should
so
take-
much because the sun never sets on his empire. He doesn't get a lot of sleep, but he does it. Look at that smile. That is a heartfelt smile. So Tyler, we're going to turn it over to you. Give us a quick update, and then you've got some special guests to introduce.
2023 was a year of foundational building. Shane and Laura just a minute ago talked about the growth that we had, substantial growth. It was just absolutely incredible. Seeing the results, of what's happened with that incredible growth. But I love the theme that we have for 2024. As we built an amazing foundation in 2023, what if 2024 is everything that you wanted it to be? What if everything lined up? I try to put myself in your shoes as distributors, as builders, as entrepreneurs, as much as I possibly can. You're the ones that are out there doing the work. I'm not. As corporate, our job is to be able to provide a vehicle to be able to help you be successful. But I try to put myself in your shoes. What if you had everything in place that you needed to be able to have that confidence, have that excitement, have that joy in being able to talk with others, and be able to share what VIDAFY is all about with other individuals? What if? So as we go through this, we have opportunities to be able to hear from leaders here in the next few minutes, and from all around the world. And but just put yourself, as you think about this for a few minutes, what if I could go to this place or to that place? What if I could connect with these other leaders? What if I were to share the product and talk to one more person with an individual? What would that do to your business? How would you be able to make an impact on another individual's life by simply opening your mouth and sharing that with others? Each of you are here for a reason. You're here because you love VIDAFY. You're here because you feel it in your heart and because you want to share with others. What if you did just a little bit more in 2024? We have big goals. We have big dreams, and they aren't because Dave and Laura and Shane and I sat down and talked about them. We have these big goals and these big dreams because each of you have shared them with us and what you feel that you can accomplish and achieve in 2024 as a result of laying an incredible foundation for 2023. So as you think about this, and we go into and we listen, we have a chance to be able to listen to some of these leaders and share. Think about your business. What if? So I love this theme. We're really excited about it. about to be able to see what can happen with each one of you as you talk and share with VIDAFY just a little bit more. But let's move into our first leader to be able to hear from her. She is someone that came on board with us last February, Rebecca White. She's a double diamond down from Australia. We're really excited about all the amazing things that she and her entire team have been doing. And it's an incredible part of the growth that we've seen over this last year. And she's just an amazing leader and somebody who's absolutely dedicated to what VIDAFY is all about. Certainly the product, the opportunity to be able to share with other individuals, to be able to, for personal growth, and someone who is making a direct impact with everyone involved. So want to be able to bring on double diamond Rebecca White. Take it away.
Hello from down under. It's Rebecca White here from Australia. Aussie, 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 oi, 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 all of that stuff. I am absolutely super pumped to say hello, to welcome in 2024 in VIDAFY. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Rebecca White. I'm a double diamond leader down under in Australia and New Zealand. Absolutely loving the VIDAFY experience, the massive growth. I mean, who wouldn't, right? I mean, what have we got here? Absolutely sensational. 2024, let's just put this into perspective for a little bit. 2023 was all about growth, and every level had a new devil, as they say. And I really do believe this. I said this in a training I did this morning. If the devil sees you sitting, he will leave you alone. But if the devil sees you winning, he will do everything he can to stop you. But that is a sign of massive growth, right? That's a sign of massive growth. And that's what was happening in 2023. It was all about massive growth. Get yourself prepared. Get yourself ready. We are coming full steam ahead. And I, for one, decided very early on in this journey, I was going to jump all in. And if people, people have said to me, how did you get to diamond in less than 3 months? How did you get to double diamond in 6 months plus? All in. No more excuses. It's time to doubt the doubts. It's time to believe the beliefs. It's time to make a decision. 2024 is going to be all around leverage. It's going to be all around unification. It's going to be all around simplicity and duplication. If you guys who are on this call understand it and make a decision, I'm not talking about, I might just tell a couple of people, I might just share a little bit. You make a decision to go all in and everything starts to change. All the energy starts to change. All of a sudden, everybody's there for you, whether you know it or not. When you make that decision, everything changes. So if I had one piece of advice for you, make 2024 the year that you decide to show up, not just for the business, but for yourself. Decide to make some different things happening in your life that help you to experience growth, because if you're growing, your business will be growing. If you have massive growth in your business, but you're not doing the PD, the personal development, and all that good fun stuff within yourself, unfortunately, what we know is that often that you'll get here in a business and it will just come crashing down. So really important to understand your growth is tied to your commission check. Your growth is tied to your business. Make a decision to go all in. No more excuses, no more procrastination. Get a daily DMO. I mean, it could be so simple, guys. We've got some beautiful, simple, duplicatable things right now. It is just, it's so easy. So easy. Stop overcomplicating it. You know the acronym KISS. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Now, I used to say keep it simple, stupid, but I say keep it simple. That's it. Just keep it simple. Keep it simple, silly. Make it really nice and light and bright for everyone. But really, guys, don't overcomplicate it. We have everything we need in our hot little hands. Everything, right? We have some beautiful duplication, some amazing leadership, amazing people at the helm. I mean, the corporate team have been under so much pressure and so much stress, but I know they've had massive growth from this. So 2024, all of the new people that are coming on, all of the expansion, the official launches. I can't wait to give all of you guys a cuddle and I actually get to meet you in person. It's going to be amazing. Just get yourselves ready. Make that choice and just jump all in. You will not regret it. I often say there's nothing more expensive than a missed opportunity, and I truly believe that. You don't want to be sitting on the fence a year, 2 years, 3 years from now and go, oh yeah, maybe I should have jumped right in. You don't want to be watching us going on all the cruises and all the fun and doing all that great stuff without you guys being there. Make a decision. You will be on that next cruise because I want to meet you all. I want you guys to come and say, hey, this is me. I'm here. I'm in your team or wherever you may be. Because that is what it's all about. It's all about the community. It's all about the network. It's about the contribution and the impact. And I, for one, am truly blessed and grateful to be able to do this and be here with you all. Look out 2024. This is going to be not only transformational and full of growth, it is going to be absolutely fun. Nothing else but fun. Have an absolutely amazing call, guys. I wish I could be there in person. It's probably 2 a.m. or something in the morning, and I do turn into a pumpkin at midnight. So that was not going to happen for me. But have an absolutely amazing call and look out 2024 because we're just getting started.
That is awesome. Thank you so much, Becca. You are just one of our fantastic leaders. I love to work with you. You are, yes, you've had lots of challenges with exponential growth, but at the same time, you always try to make things as positive as possible in every single situation. And I love that excitement that you have, certainly that what if attitude of 2024. I just took a couple of notes. And one of the things that you said early on in your message is that you jumped all in. When you found the VIDAFY opportunity, you jumped all in. You are completely a part of it. This is who you are. You are VIDAFY. You bleed VIDAFY. Just an individual that really exemplifies what VIDAFY is all about. Believe the beliefs. Your 2024 is about simplicity and duplication. And when you make decisions, everything changes. But the thing that I love the most that you said is that you show up. And every day, Becca White, you show up and your team shows up. And we appreciate your example of showing up. And make 2024 that year where you do show up. What if you did show up every single day? What would that be like for your year? So thank you so much, Becca, for sharing your thoughts with us, your excitement. We appreciate you as a leader and I look forward to meeting you here in the next few weeks when we have our pre-opening event. There in Australia as well as over in New Zealand, in meeting with the leaders there here in the next few weeks. We cannot wait to be able to get down there and finally have a chance to be able to meet you. That will be amazing. Speaking of growth that we've had in this last year in 2023, really a great foundational year. Shane and Laura mentioned it a couple of minutes ago, where we actually had our grand opening event in Amsterdam over there in Europe a few months back in September. And one of those leaders that really forged the way, led the way, actually the number one leader, the first leader that really forged the way over there for us in Europe is Patrick Powers. He's a diamond and has been with us for about 1.5 years now, maybe a little bit more than 1.5 years, as he has really shared and developed VIDAFY all over Europe and really exploded all over the world. And we're very grateful for the incredible leader that he is. And just another leader that really thinks about what if and creates possibilities and shows up in every situation. So I want to be able to turn it over to our diamond leader over in Europe, Patrick Powers.
Hey, VIDAFY family, Patrick Powers here, and I'm really excited about you being here today to learn something to take your VIDAFY business to the next level, because activity multiplied by skills will equal your results. So if you just get some serious training and you implement it, you will also get some serious results. And what we have here in VIDAFY is so huge and can make such a big difference in people's lives that it's really worth the effort of putting into yourself and developing your skills to take this to the next level. So I want to say there's some good and bad news here. And the bad news is that there are two types of problems in any business. So there's external problems and there's internal problems. Most of the problems that we have to deal with is actually internal problems like self-doubt, limiting beliefs. And you can choose to let those problems overcome you, to be defeated by them, or you can choose to solve them or rise above them and just take massive action anyway. It's your choice. Now, when we now know that every single person are dealing with these problems, it's just that some people, they actually take action despite having the problems and not letting themselves be held back. I want to focus on 4 specific problems that we have, or almost all people have. And number 1 is not enough time. Lots of people say, well, I don't have enough time to build this business. Well, really, what you really need is 30, 45 minutes, maybe an hour a day. And then maybe a couple of days a week, you spend a little bit more time because you attend a presentation or a training. That's really all you need. I used to say that, or I say often that you can build this business in 90-second increments, because you can send a few texts within 90 seconds. It doesn't take that long to copy and paste, right? So as long as you use a system and just instead of trying to reinvent the wheel, it takes a long time. You just copy paste, you use the scripts, you use what we have that is proven to work. It doesn't take that much time. What it does take is consistency, right? It takes absolute consistency. Nobody will succeed in this business or any other business without consistency, right? Number two problem is not enough skills. And that's certainly something I had to deal with for many, many, many years. And the point where it shifted for me is that I found out, look, there's actually not that much I need to learn, but I need to learn it really, really well. And I got serious about learning it. That's when everything shifted for me, right? So we have system for you to learn anything that you need to go out there and be successful in terms of social media, what to say to people, and so on and so on. Everything is laid out for you. It's just about whether you step up and go out and actually work on getting those skills and implementing them. And number three problem that many of us have is not enough friends. Now, it's really not about not having enough friends, because I started out in the industry extremely shy, extremely introverted, with almost no friends. And so that was a problem I just decided to overcome, right? So if you actually have the skills, if you know what to say to people, to build a connection, to build trust, to get people to like you, and to create a spark of interest, to take a look at how to follow up, all those things, if you know how to do those things, then you can go out and build tons of friends wherever you go. You know, I've done it in airplanes, in coffee shops, at networking events, at parties, like anywhere you can do it. Of course, online, like tons of people online, on social media, you can do it there. And we have all the systems for that. So not enough friends is just kind of an excuse that people are doing, that basically are using because they're kind of afraid to go out. They don't want to deal with the next one, and it's not having the right mindset. Now, that is actually the biggest thing. That is really where most of the things that we have to overcome and deal with, that is where it's at. It's not having the right mindset, having that limiting self-belief, self-doubt, and all that kind of stuff. And it's a choice whether you are going to let those defeat you, whether you're going to believe those kind of voices inside yourself that say that you can't do it, or you're going to listen to the voice from your higher self and say, I can do this. And then you start nurturing those thoughts. You just stop paying attention to the negative thoughts. It's okay that you have the negative thoughts. Just stop paying attention to them. Don't base your actions and your behaviors, your decisions, based on all those negative thoughts. Just simply plant some new seeds and start nurture those seeds, and start watering them, fertilizing, nurturing them. And you will start seeing yourself having a growth in your confidence and the way you feel about yourself. And then this business becomes just easier and easier and easier and easier. Now, very importantly, really, I wanted to pay attention to this. You can be this close to a breakthrough, because what happens is that growth is not linear. I guarantee you growth, unfortunately, does not happen like this, okay? Well, if it happened like this, if you put in 10 hours of effort and you get 10 hours worth of output out of it every single time, success would be easy, right? But this is just not how it works in the real world. You will feel like you're putting in effort, and it feels like, oh, this is hopeless. It feels like you're going through a desert. You'll have thoughts like, is this worth it? Is it going to work? And so on and so on. Everybody has those thoughts. And that's just how life and business works, right? So you'll go on a plateau for a while, and then suddenly you'll just get to this point of having a massive breakthrough, right? A quantum leap. And it's going to happen for you. I guarantee you. It's just a matter of whether you actually continue long enough for it to happen. I work with so many people that have experienced it, and myself included, many, many times. For me, it happened in 2022 with VIDAFY in May of 2022, where in April, we went from 16,000 volume, and in May, we had 42,000 volume. It absolutely exploded. So it'll happen for you as well. You just have to have the patience and the consistency to actually experience that quantum leap. And it'd be so sad if you quit just before you hit it, right? And I'll give you a tip in just a couple of minutes of how you can avoid that to actually happen. But I just know absolutely for certain that we can do this together. Okay, so I want to leave you with the 3 things I wanted to focus on going out from this training from off today. Number 1, use a system. If you try to make this up by yourself, based on not having had any experience or not having any big success in the past, why would you expect to actually be successful? If you're just kind of trying this out with whatever you have in your own head, it's just like, it's a little bit crazy to actually expect it to succeed. So use a system. We have proven systems. If we didn't have the systems, we wouldn't see the success that we have. Okay, does that make sense? We have to have systems, and it makes it so much easier if you use them. Number 2, use them consistently, because unless you use them consistently, you're just not going to get to those breakthroughs. You're not going to get to those quantum leaps where you're going to start to see just massive growth. Okay. Number 3, and this is extremely important, you must get feedback from somebody experienced. And this is why it's so important. You could be this close to a breakthrough, but you think you're this far away, right? Or way, way, way far away. Because you simply don't know. But if you have an experienced person tell you, look, you're just like, you have all this, and you just need this to change this, tweak this, and so on, and you're going to be there, right? Then without that feedback, it can be very, very easy to quit. It can be very easy to fall prey to negative thoughts and all that kind of stuff. So get feedback. The second reason is that we all have what's called blind spots. And blind spots are called blind spots because we can't see them. It's as simple as that. So with an experienced coach, they can tell you exactly what it is that you need to change. And for most people, it's actually incredibly few things that they need to change to get to where they really want to go. So that is it, folks. I hope that you go out and implement it. Get serious. And when you get serious, for me, getting serious is about also being open to being coached, being open to get feedback. And I know that can be scary because, you know, you have a coach, then they will hold you accountable to actually going out there and get the stuff done. But it's the only thing I have found that will work. Like, use the systems we have, use it consistently, and get some feedback, and then go out there and take massive action. I truly believe that this is the year for us, and I believe in you. I believe you because I have come so far in this industry. I was just like so hopeless, and right now business is going forward. I'm absolutely so blessed to be part of VIDAFY and to have you all, to work with all of you, and to work with some so amazing people on my team. And I can't wait to see you in Europe this year. I'm going to be there for extended periods of time. Really use me to go out and help you do meetings and trainings all over the place so we can expand this and get this out to as many people as humanly possible. That's it for now. Thank you so much, and see you in the future.
I just love that. You know, I had a chance this past March, over a year, about 10 months ago, I guess, to be able to go on the cruise, the Life Converted Trip cruise with Patrick, and to be able to get to know him a little bit better, and just an individual that really cares, that is as genuine in real life as he certainly seems to be, you know, as he shared this training with us, and just an absolutely wonderful leader, great person. And you can see what kind of an individual he is as he reaches out and he says, let me help you. He shared a couple of nuggets in here that I wanted to share with you that I think were great. You can build your business in 90-second increments. He talked a lot about consistency and the importance of that. Listening to the voice of your higher self that you can do this was something that he pointed out that I liked quite a bit. Planting new seeds of positive thought instead of like allowing the current negative thoughts that we always create or allow to be able to get in to fester, but planting those new seeds of positive thought. I love that. And he said, will you work long enough for success to happen? Because so many of us are just that close to seeing success, to experiencing some kind of a breakthrough. Will you quit before, or will you have enough patience and consistency will you work long enough to be able to see success happen? Because as we go through this and you stick to it, without a doubt, as Patrick said, you will see success. It's just a matter of will you stay with it. Patience and consistency, are key to everything. And then you talked about three things. Well, one, use a system. Two, use systems consistently. And three, get feedback from somebody with experience to be able to help you out with some of those weak spots that you might have. So I love what Patrick shared. Thank you so much, Patrick. Outstanding individual, wonderful leader. Really appreciate all the things that you are, that you have done, the impact that you have made as well. All right, we want to be able to get to our third leader, Stephen Keller. Really excited about having Stephen join us. What an individual that just has this incredible vision. He's one of the reasons why we see so much potential and growth opportunity and impact on 2024 with What If. And just a person, I mean, I had a chance to be able to meet him a couple of different times. But when we were on a CVV trip in, I think that it was in Cancun, actually. Yeah, it was in Cancun. And I had an opportunity to be able to meet your wife, Samara. Talk about a tandem duo. Yep. And a tandem duo of individuals that really exemplify what leadership is all about. Stephen is who he is because of Samara. Samara is who he is just because Samara is just awesome. That's just the way that it is. But I absolutely love these two and the leaders that they are, and just how incredible that they are. They care so much, and they have such an incredible vision. Not just, he's from he and Samara are from California, not just for California, but the whole world. And we are constantly astounded by the vision and the plan that he has to be able to really share VIDAFY throughout the whole world. But I'm excited to be able to hear what you have to say, Stephen. We're going to talk a little bit about social media. So I'm going to turn it over to you. Thank you. Double Diamond, Stephen Keller.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yes, I hope you all get to meet my wife soon. Everyone, when I see people at events, if I'm not with my wife, the first question they ask me is, did you bring your wife? So, yeah, I do want to talk about social media, but we're going to start with something else. We're going to start with something called structural tension or the creative process. And you'll understand why in a bit. So there's a gentleman named Robert Fritz. He was initially he was a professor at Boston Conservatory. He observed that musicians, painters were able to create beautiful works of art, but he realized they weren't consciously competent of how they were creating something because they couldn't take that same process and create a good business, get fit, create a good relationship. Okay, so I want to talk about that creative process because it's very important for the conversation about building your business and social media. So there's two things. I have a little rubber band here, and as a leader, one of your job is for yourself and others to create structural tension. By the way, Robert Fritz isn't a professor anymore. He gets paid $50,000 a year by multi-billion-dollar companies to shift their whole company, right? So what I'm talking to you is not just helpful for an individual level, but for corporate level as well. So if you want structural tension, the first thing, a lot of times people have one part or the other part, but they don't have both parts, okay? And so the first thing is you can't pour your life's passion into a compromise, okay? So we're here, we want to build a VIDAFY business. Awesome. Why? Why are you building this business? It needs to be something that's compelling, right? Now, it doesn't, I'll take that back. It doesn't have to be. I want to make an extra $200 a month. Awesome. That's easy, pretty easy. You won't have to do anything that's uncomfortable or outside of your comfort zone to do that. It's great. But if you have a compelling reason to build a very large business, and when I say a clear, compelling reason, I should be able to walk in your room at night, splash water in your face, and ask you, why are you doing this? And you tell me, okay? Because it has to be clear, right? So that's the first step. In keeping with that, and this is super important, in keeping with that, you can't connect your goal to your identity or your value, right? So whether or not you do this or accomplish this or not cannot make you feel worth less or more, right? The reason for that is if you connect your identity and your value to the goal, then you can't take honest and accurate feedback. all right? And down here is the honest and accurate feedback, right? So there are many people in our business who want to build a large business, but they aren't really paying attention to honest and accurate feedback on, is it working, right? Does that make sense? So, for example, in social media, here's the deal. I have built pretty much all my business using my social media, but I'm not a social media expert, okay? There is a huge amount of resources out there on different ways to build your business with social media, okay? People happy to charge you and give you great content, okay? But I want to talk about a couple basic things. Um, you need to think in terms of scale, and you need to take feedback on is it working or not? Okay. So, for example, I build most of my business on Facebook and a decent amount on YouTube as well. Okay. So, I don't know if you know, but video and information about you is what trends on social media, right? The amount of people trying to build their VIDAFY business using social media without ever sharing information about themselves or pictures about themselves, let alone videos, is quite high. So remember, honest and accurate feedback. Is that working? Is it going to work? No, it's not, right? So if someone doesn't want to learn how to do videos because it's outside their comfort zone, they don't want to increase how many friends they have. They don't really hardly want to put any pictures of themselves. It's like, okay, well, the feedback is that's not going to work, and we have to come back. Is this goal of building your VidaFy business important to you? And is it important to you to use social media to do it? If you tell me it is, then we have to have a conversation because what you're doing is not going to get you there. Does that make sense? Right. So I can very easily, for example, go and look at certain partners of mine who've been in our business for years, 2 years, and I know they spend a lot of their time building their VidaFy business using social media. Okay. Um, Yet I've seen very little increase in the amount of friends they have over 2 years. Very little actual interesting, insightful information, videos, pictures, information about themselves at all. And most of the people who like their posts are already in VidaFy. Is that going to work? Well, no, it's not going to work. Then you have to have a question, a conversation with them. How important is it for you to build a VidaFy business? Right? Okay. Oh, it is important. Okay. Well, are you willing then to get outside your comfort zone and do what it takes to build your business if you want to build it with social media? You understand what I'm saying? So so we can talk all day long about what you need to do, but you have to get clarity on, is it working? And am I willing to do what it takes to move forward? Okay. So I see if you look at the leaders in our business, for example, one thing you'll see is they are willing to get outside their comfort zone, do videos, right? You know what the number 2 search engine is in the world is? Everyone knows Google's number 1. What's number 2? Who wants to guess? Any guesses? Any guesses? Any guesses? YouTube.
YouTube.
YouTube is what it is, right? So I have a bunch of videos on YouTube, curcumin, on business, on everything, right? By the way, guess how many of my videos I've actually gone back and edited in the 10, 15 years I've been on YouTube? One. That I had to do for my website coaching, right? See, I was willing to do it imperfectly. I was willing to just toss it out there, just keep going, right? Be wholehearted, be transparent, be real, just move it out there. Does that make sense? Right? It's like people, so many of people in our business, there's people who like you. You have interesting lives. people are nosy. They want to know what's going on with you. Yet you never share anything about your life, right? You know, I'll go to some people who are trying to build their business on social media. No, like I know this person. I know they have amazing husband, really interesting family and kids. They're doing all sorts of interesting stuff. Zero about that. Cute memes with quotes. Boom, 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 boom. Information about their business. Often too many posts about their business, right? And they wonder after 2 years of doing that why only people who are liking their posts are people who they're friends with in VIDAFY. Because everyone else is checked out. You understand? What you're putting out there isn't unique and interesting and helpful, mixed in with a little bit of compelling business. Is this helpful so far? Right. The other thing is that in doing it, just you've got to get people's curiosity, right? And you're in the ADD short video world, okay? So this is why, for example, just posting a picture of some crazy before and after pictures of feet. It's like, no, just like, hey, check out these results. Ask me for information, right? Because I don't tell them what it's like. People stop. They're like, what in the world is that? Okay, right? It's like it captures their attention. And now there's a space. They have to come towards me to get more information. See what I mean? So when we talk about social media and building it, again, we go back to it's a bit of a numbers game. Network marketing in general is a bit of a numbers game. So, Tyler, I'm going to interact with you a bit. Imagine you are a much better recruiter than I am. Okay. Say maybe 3 out of every 10 people you talk to sign up for VIDAFY, and only 1 out of 10 people I talk to sign up for VIDAFY. Okay. If we have a recruiting contest, can I win?
Over a long period of time, maybe if I end up quitting, but I think initially I probably would.
I think I could win.
Okay. Awesome.
I just have to talk to maybe 4 times the amount of people that you do.
That's probably true. Yeah.
Right. So if you have, say, 1,200 friends and I have 5,000 friends, but you're a better recruiter, I'm still winning. Does that make sense?
Yeah. You've got more people that you
Right.
talk
So
to.
this is just so we're talking about basic math. Does that make sense? Like, oh, you want to use social media to grow your business? Like, you need a larger audience, okay? Right. And you need an audience that's kind of geared towards what you're interested in. Okay. And it's also very helpful if you share some, we're talking about in the health field, business field. I want to share information on my Facebook page that is actually super helpful for people in the area of, health or business, right? And not me, but don't ever, ever, ever simply share something to your Facebook page. Just don't do it. Why? Just imagine Facebook as a very hot-tempered, jealous girlfriend, right? Should not want you, like, who are you talking to? Where are you going? You going out with your friends? I don't like that, right? What do I mean by that? Facebook does not want you to leave Facebook, ever. Oh, you're going to share an outside link to YouTube, to someplace else? Facebook's like, I don't think so. So they will radically reduce the amount of people who see your posts. Does this help, all this information helpful, right? So sometimes the question is like, okay, I have no idea how to get more friends. Well, here's what you want. You can find somebody who would maybe be your ideal recruit. Does that make sense in terms of they're in network marketing, they're in health, they got a ton of friends. Does that make sense? I'll bet you someone who is I know is very successful in network marketing. I look at maybe their Facebook profile and they're followed by thousands of people. That makes sense. You want an idea of this? You know who's really good at social media? Kylie and Ryan. Go to Ryan's Facebook page, profile sometimes, and look how many people follow him. A lot, right? So I would go to his profile and I'm like, dude, this guy's got it going on with the social media. Look how many people follow him. It looks like he's in network marketing. It looks like he shares interesting stuff. Click. I want to interact with this guy. And not just follow him, but like his stuff, have conversations with him, right? What do I want? I want there to be an interaction and a relationship going. Why? Because then when I post something, I want Facebook to go, oh, Ryan will probably want to see Steve's Facebook post. Look how much they're interacting. See what I mean? Right? Because you can find some people who have like 5,000 Facebook friends and they post stuff and no one is liking it. So it doesn't, it doesn't do them any good. Does that make sense? It's like you you're not interacting and you're not sharing stuff that anyone cares about. Now, here's some good news because this all sounds like super negative. Here's some good news. You take two people, one person who has, man, it not just on social media, but in general, a ton of connection and a ton of experience. And you take someone else with very little social, connections or experience. Initially, this person has a bit of an advantage and you will see it. However, long term, if this person has a driving why, they're super focused, super passionate, willing to do whatever it takes, it won't be very long till this person will surpass the other person. Okay. So all this that I'm telling you, I don't want anyone to get frustrated like, well, I don't have that many friends. I really don't know how to do it. It's like that. That doesn't matter at all. What does matter is you have to have that burning passion, a clear why, a willingness to get outside your comfort zone, right? Because if you don't have any Facebook friends and you have no idea how to do videos and you're scared of it, et cetera, good news, all of that can change. All of it, right? And you'd be surprised how fast it can change. Does that make sense? Is this helpful so far? Anybody getting it? Anything out of this? Right? So here's one way to put it, okay? You've seen a lot of growth in our business. A lot of times people hit these ranks super fast, like, oh my God, Rebecca White hit double diamond in 3 months. That's like amazing. Awesome. Let's talk about maybe a little bit of reality. Okay, is that okay? If you are in a good company, following a good system, being diligent, and you're kind of brand new, you never made much money before, maybe you signed up for a couple of companies, but it's never worked out. If you are following a system and being diligent, it could take you a year to figure out what the heck you're doing. It could take you 3 years to make a full-time income. It could take you 5 years to make a six-figure income. Working part-time, hopefully you're having fun, and you're helping people, totally worth it, right? Because what did you have to do? You had to, over a period of time, become worth $10,000 a month, right? So it's like, that's, so I've shared some information about social media, but on the other hand, I need to understand the overriding philosophy and perspective, okay? Too many people, they do social media to build their business because they consciously, subconsciously think, oh, I'm going to do it this way, and I don't have to sell or ever deal with any rejection because I'll just post something on social media and people will comment on it and they want to buy from me. And they're like, oh, that sounds super comfortable. It's like, yeah, growth never happens inside your comfort zone. Like your life is here, man. I want my life to be up here. Okay, cool. You're gonna have to do some stuff that's not comfortable. Okay, right? A lot of people think I'm crazy. Why? Because it's like 35 degrees outside this morning. I get out of bed at 6:30, walk outside to my garage and get in my cold plunge, where the water's 45 degrees. People are like, you're crazy. I'm not crazy. I hate doing it, but I want a different life. Does that make sense? Because doing that makes me just a little bit sharper, helps me a little bit with my attitude and emotions. It's good for me physically. Okay. I don't want to live inside my comfort zone because I have compelling reasons to have a different life. Okay. Anyways, hope that's helpful. Anyone have any social media questions for me that I might be able to answer real quick? One thing you can do is just copy people. You're like, oh, this person's really successful building a business on social media. Cool. Go see what kind of stuff they do. Now, don't. It's harmful if everyone copies the same post and puts it out. Facebook is like, what is going on? This is weird. Okay, that's not going to help. But you say, oh, what type of posts do they put out there about their life, family? What posts do people interact with? What posts do people not interact with? Does that make sense? Start doing it yourself. Go, oh, I posted this. No one liked it. Interesting. I'll post that. Ooh, people kind of like that one. It can change the time of day or what. Like, you know, why do you think I post pictures of my beautiful granddaughter and the kitten and puppies and sunsets? Right? That's it.
Awesome.
So,
Stephen, thank
all
you.
right. That's it.
Amazing. I just absolutely love everything that you shared. Lots of great things. Want to be able to just kind of recap just a few real quick. Put the effort in to be able to make your business grow. Ask yourself, is it working? Am I willing to do what it takes to be able to move forward? Be willing to do things imperfectly. I loved authenticity. I love vulnerability. And in social media, boy, that, as you said, that just works. Absolutely. Personal and mixed with compelling business. I know just before this, about 8 or 9 minutes before this thing started, over an hour ago, you posted something about how your dog likes snuggles. So I thought that was really cute. So lots of different things. You've got to be able to pique people's interest. One, you pointed out a great example of Ryan and Kylie Stokes with the way that they do social media. They have got an outstanding combination of what they do, and I love to look at their social media posts because of that. But have a burning passion and a very clear why as to why you're doing this, and the rest can change. So thank you so much. That's outstanding training.
Answer one quick question. Jennifer says, any ideal duration for videos? Shorter and more compelling.
Right.
Shorter and more compelling, right? I will tell you this, a lot of people try and recruit me for other network marketing business, and I'm curious, and I'll always look at something. Always. Typically, they're like, oh, sometimes I'm either Facebook messaging me, right? Hey, how are you doing? I'm like, oh my God, get to the point. You're trying to recruit me for something. And I'll just say, look, cool, whatever you're doing, I'll take a look at it. Send me a 5-minute or under video. Man, and most people, it's super challenging for them to do that, right? I had with this one lady, she's like, well, you can't really do it over a short video. You need to hop on a Zoom. I'm like, the HE double hockey sticks I do. I don't know you. We don't have a relationship. You can't ask me for that much of my time. What are you thinking? I'm like, yeah, I don't have time. She's like, well, when would you have time? I'm like, maybe in 2 or 3 months. She's like, really? And she's all snotty about it. I'm like, oh, I'll go to her Facebook profile, unfriend, done. Instantly. Socially clueless. Does that make sense? It's like you have low emotional intelligence that you think that works. It does not work. That's just rude and weird, and stop doing that. Okay. So.
Yep. Awesome. Thank you. We needed this. Everybody needs to hear some additional information about social media, how we can improve that, and what we can do. And I love the fact that over all of these years that's how you built your business, by and large, is through social media, and not being perfect about it, but being willing to just kind of be yourself. And that's awesome. So, all right. Thank you so much to Becca and to Patrick and to Stephen for sharing your insights with us. We love you as leaders. We respect you. You do so much, and you're just absolutely incredible with what you do. Looking forward to an amazing 2024 with you and with all of our leaders and each one of you. Want to be able to turn the time over to finish this out, to be able to help us to get a better understanding of our vision. for what 2024 looks like. So I want to be able to turn it back over to our founders, Shane and Laura Brady. Take it away, guys.
Tyler, thanks so much. And really appreciate Stephen's comments, Patrick, Becca, just incredible comments shared today. As I was listening to Stephen, though, I tell you, I couldn't help but notice the new hat that he's got on his head. I think Debbie as well in the chat mentioned something about it. Those of us that have known Stephen for a while now, it's very, very positive to see him with a new hat. I think for the longest time when I met Stephen, he had the same old hat that he was wearing for a long time, and so now he's sporting the new hat from New Zealand, and excited about that. So, well, we're rolling into this new year, and we just want to share a couple of thoughts here to wrap up this call. We really appreciate you taking the time to participate or to watch this later on. We shared our theme for this year. What if? What if is totally a dream theme. Totally a dream theme. If you're talking about what if, you're talking about something that's in the future, something that could happen, something that you'd like to happen in your life. What if? And there's a couple of things that I'd like to share. I came across a quote from Ruth Jones Gunn, who said, "We all need to have dreams. The question is, does the dream control you, or do you control the dream?" And I thought that was interesting because, we all dream and we think about things in the future, and we think about what if, how could we have this in our lives, etc. But there are things that we can't control in our life, and there are things that we can control. And so if we want our dream to come to fruition, to come to reality, well, we need to be able to control it. And we need to be able to control elements or actionable items that will make our dreams come true. And we'd like to focus just a couple of thoughts here to wrap up. How can we control our dreams? How can we make sure that the decisions that we're making every day, because just as Stephen mentioned, just as Patrick mentioned as well, actionable items in our life, decisions that we make. I mean, everything's a decision, and success is a decision, and our dreams and making them a reality is all a decision. It's all decisions that we make in our life. And so if we want to control that dream, well, we need to make decisions based on actionable items. So that's the first thing that I want to just talk about. So as we're talking about what if, well, it's so easy to fall in the trap of what if I had a diamond on my team? Oh man, my business would be so different if I had a diamond. Only what if? Or what if VIDAFY were in South Africa? Oh man, if it were in South Africa, my business would be so different. What if? Or man, what if I had a Tyler Sharp in my team? Man, my business would just take off. What if? Well, none of those things are under my control, right? And you're definitely not going to sign up Tyler Sharp, so don't even think about that one. That is not in your control. Okay, Tyler Sharp's on my team. He's corporate. None of those things are actionable items. They're not under our control. But if we base our decisions, and if we're only thinking about what if items that are outside of our control, well, our dreams are controlling us. We're not controlling our dreams. So we need to flip that and think, what if I spent an hour a day, like Patrick said, every day, just being there. And just like Tyler said, the key to success is just showing up every day, an hour a day. What if I dedicated an hour a day to VIDAFY every day? What if? Well, that's totally under my control. That is something that I control and that I can make a difference in making that decision.
I like the word base because base is like a foundation, but decision is a resolution. But I like to say a base of decision and love. And love is like an intense feeling. But for me, it's a veridic intense feelings. So how about what if we decide to have a foundation of resolutions with an intense desire? So that created 2024.
Well, and that's the second way that we can control our dreams, and that's by basing our decisions on love, just as Laura said.
Because in that case, we don't fear. So when we don't fear of ourselves, even in that manner, we can create dreams, and those dreams, it can be true. So what if we have a dream coming true this year?
That's right.
So
What can we do to leave our fears aside
yes,
and base our decisions on love? Base our decisions on those things that we most love and desire. Base them on the people that we most love and desire, and work towards those dreams. And so as we roll into 2024, and as we start to dream this year again, and to lay out our dreams, and as we start to think about how can we control our dreams? Well, you can control them with actionable items, what ifs that you can control, right? And basing them on love and leaving fear behind. Don't worry about what if I fall flat on my face? What if I invite somebody and they say no? What if? All of those are based on fear. Start making those decisions based on love. What if I share my product with my best friend who's had chronic arthritis for years? What if I do that, that person's going to be blessed and their life will be blessed because we left fear aside and we made our decisions based on love. Guys, 2024 is going to be an incredible year. We're so excited about things that are rolling out. Tyler and Dave are going to be in Australia, New Zealand here in about a month. Then the next month, we'll be in Prague for our CVV event. We'll be in Copenhagen for our first event in Denmark. Very excited about that coming up as well. And then we'll be rolling into our official opening events in Australia, New Zealand in the summer. Well, our summer, their winter, and just so much going on here as we're rolling into 2024. Thank you for being a part of the VIDAFY family. Thank you for dreaming again, and for basing your decisions on love instead of fear. Thanks so much, and I'll turn the time back over to Dave.
Thanks, Shane. Thanks, Laura. Thanks, everyone, for being here. I just want to show one quick screen for everything that Shane just said. Coming up for Australia, New Zealand, we'll be there for what's called a soft launch, introducing some of us in the company to your great leaders in field. In March, we'll be in Copenhagen. They won the contest for revenue and sales during, I want to say during the month of November, if I'm right. And because of that win, they get to host an event that's on the Saturday. My dates may be off. I apologize. Tyler, just throw water on my face next time if I miss these up. 4th through 7th of March is the CVV in Prague. And then the Life Converted trip will be the 13th through 20th of April, Mediterranean cruise. Your lives will be converted. And if you don't make this trip, we're doing them again. So keep an eye out for what you can do to qualify. Thanks to everybody for participating. Have a fantastic end of your day, and a great 2024 awaits us all because we get to give our efforts into it. So thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.